Morgan Shepherd's on the inside of Davey Allison. Just to the right of this car is the 28 car, the Havoline Ford. There we go.
Beautiful racing. It does slow you down a little bit, though, when you get out there and run side by side as they're doing here.
Jeff Bodine right behind Davey Allison.
Now, Jeff was up there in the top 5 not too long ago, and he got shuffled back.
That's looking out the back of Jeff Bodine's car. It's Sterling Marlin on the left, the blue and white car, and Morgan Shepherd, the red and white on the right.
As they move through the tri-oval. And complete lap number 84. The roof cam on Morgan's car. Great shot.
It's hard to believe looking at these cars that they're traveling at 190 miles an hour, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Front 3 cars are broken away just a little bit. Now here comes Derek Cope down on the inside.
Where did he come from? Cope has given the Bojangles car a great run.
Well, he had a good run at Daytona. He led a good bit of the Daytona 500. Got caught up in a wreck, but he had a very, very good run with it.
His best finish was at Bristol, where he finished 12th.
Some of those are lap cars. Rick Wilson is one of those that's a lap down. When they came by, he tagged on to them. Don't blame him for that. Give him a little help.
Phil Parsons is running at the end of the group also, as we continue to look at Sterling Marlin from, and the Hillen car, the Heilig Myers car, is on pit road coming in.
I don't think this is a scheduled pit stop, is it, Jerry?
Actually, Dan, it is a scheduled pit stop. They did not get the car full of fuel. They came by a minute ago and said we're going to have to come in about 7 or 8 laps early. So lap 85 was the call. The Heilig Myers crew now going to work, changing right side tires. The pit stop's so critical now on pit road that they didn't get the car completely full of fuel. We talked a little bit ago about how Chocolate Myers with the Earnhardt team had shook that can to get it all out, but not quite full enough for Bobby Hillen's crew. They now wait on the fuel. He sits on pit road, and the leader comes by to put Hillen a lap down. 23.8 seconds to get it completely full of fuel, and he heads back to turn 1 and 1 lap down.
Well, they've got a problem with that car because then obviously you can do it in much less than 23.8. So something's wrong. The fuel just isn't going in that car as fast as it should.
Boy, that'll kill you here, freshman. Just look at them how fast they go by. It takes a long time, as we said earlier, to get their speed up here. He isn't going to be able to hook on to that pack of cars that went by. There's nobody else coming for a mile. It's at least a mile before the next car is coming by.
So Hillen is hung out there by himself. This is the second group of cars now. This is Kyle Petty, about to be lapped by Dale Earnhardt, the leader of the race. Dick Trickle has just been lapped, and now, as they move through the tri-oval, Earnhardt puts a lap on Kyle Petty.
And Kyle Petty was running well.
That's surprising, really. I thought he would be much stronger than that. I talked to Felix Sabates, his car on this morning, and he said, I think we're in good shape. They were the second round fastest qualifier yesterday. And in fact, I think about 14th fastest overall, but had to start 21st.
He's in 27th position, but a lap down.
We see Ernie Irvin has moved into that 4th spot. He and Kenny Schrader, he's 4th. Schrader is 5th. The blue and white car 6 is 6th. That is Mark Martin, also number 6.
That front threesome had tried to break away a little bit there, but now Ernie Irvin, once he went around Schrader, he's beginning to pull the other group back up there to them.
We're less than 10 laps from the halfway point. In fact, we are only 6 laps away from lap 94, which will be the halfway point.
And you know they want to go at least to the halfway point to make this next pit stop so they could make it on one more stop after that.
Watching the lead draft again, led by Earnhardt. And it also includes the Pennzoil Pontiac, driven by Michael Waltrip.
Look at Ernie Irvin coming down on the inside of Jarrett. Trying to take over third.
Yep.
The Kodak Film Chevrolet is showing a lot of strength.
Their Side by side for third spot heading down into turn number 1.
And while that's happening, Rusty and Earnhardt are pulling away.
Now the on-track interval here times Dale Earnhardt and Joe Ruttman, who is leading that second group of cars. And you can see on laps 83 through 38 that the distance actually increased. They were 11.2 seconds at one time, but then the second pack led by Ruttman dropped back to 14 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know what happened because they were clicking them off at about 0.2 of a second a lap, and then all of a sudden it goes the other way.
It is Earnhardt and Rusty Wallace running first and second. The first two in Winston Cup points are up front at Talladega Superspeedway and the Winston 500.
Going to the high side. Earnhardt.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
well,
that's
no.
all. Yep, that's it.
You lose
It's
the
2
trap.
seconds a lap. Oh.
Irvin and Earnhardt.
I asked Robin if there's something wrong with the engine and said, I wish there was. I wish we had an excuse. But we don't. We lost the draft. That's what happens. You get killed if you lose a draft. They'll go right by you.
Back at the Winston 500 at Talladega Superspeedway, the battle up front is between Ernie Irvan and Dale Earnhardt. Irvan has won here at Talladega. In fact, he won the 1992 Die Hard 500, the race that's run here in July. He's on the low side, has Rusty Wallace with him. They're trying to put Dale Earnhardt out of the lead.
You know, I said you couldn't fill these cars up in 12.5 seconds, but I guess you can because Dale Earnhardt and Davey Allison are still out there.
Technology continues to improve in every area, I guess, and they look for every second they can possibly get on pit stops.
It's just hard to believe that those cars are able to dump that fuel, that they're able to dump fuel that quickly in these cars.
2 laps from the halfway point. That completes lap number 92.
Is there? Don't have that big bonus anymore at the halfway point.
Nope.
I wondered why they were fighting so hard here.
There's Ernie Irvan, started 16th and has made a steady progression. Now this is in the last few laps from lap number 55. He was 11th, 9th, 13th, 2nd. Let's see if he can move into the lead here. He has not been able to do so yet.
I think he's in trouble because I think Dale Jarrett's now moved up and has put Earnhardt back out in front. Now if Earnhardt moves up and gives Dale Jarrett the lap, he's to go by Ernie Irvan.
Very. Although there is no halfway money, Dale Earnhardt is going for $22,800 in Unocal bonus money. That is the amount that he will pick up if he wins this race for being the pole sitter.
Well, Irvin was able to pull back in front of Dale Jarrett. Shouldn't be long, and these cars are going to have to stop for some more fuel. Now, you suppose they're going to change 2 tires again, Ned, or will they change 4, do you suppose?
I don't know. Those left side tires, I expect that they would want to change the left side tires at least once during the race. What are you hearing down there, Jerry?
That was a topic of discussion in the garage area this morning. Well, you can only change 2 at a time under the green and not lose time as far as track position, according to many of the crew chiefs. So we'd like to be able to put under caution at least once today and get fresh left side rubber. But what I'm hearing down here is they're going to go with right side because at Daytona, the teams that put 2 left sides on, the car went away with fresh lefts and Warner Rod just wouldn't hold the racetrack. So what I'm being told is the leader should come in. The car number 3, the car number 4, the car number 6 should come in possibly next lap and get 2 tires. How about you, John Kerner? What are you hearing?
Jerry, I'm up in Davey Allison's pit, and yes, they're planning to pit around lap 96. They're getting up on the board. We'll expect it to be a 2-tire change. And a lot of teams that I talked to today had said the same thing, Jerry. They were thinking about going with the rights. We'll have to wait and see. Davey Allison and the crew are all coming down pit road right now. Also, Sterling Marlin will be pitting as Earnhardt, Rusty Wallace, Jeff Bodine,